unfold. So we're about to get into that soon. Thank you for working with the cutting corners of this month's content. I'm just checking to make sure you can hear and see me well before I get started. And if you happen to be watching this in July, this is not late content. This content is available to my light keepers first. By the way, thank you to my light keepers for subscribing and supporting the channel. I appreciate you. So if you'd like to receive these forecasts when they're posted, when the information is most applicable, you are more than welcome. I invite you to become a light keeper. But if you're watching this in July, feel free to watch it in hindsight and see what maybe applied to you, maybe what didn't, what came to pass. And then you can make a determination if you think these forecasts will be a value add in your life. Okay. All right, so I sound good. Great. Okay. I think it's better to do the forecast at night. Maybe during the day, there's just so much activity on the cell phone towers. I don't know. I would feel like there's more activity during the night, right? When people are not working. I don't know. Because I would go back and look at a few of the other recordings and they're kind of choppy. I don't know. I'm doing my best. Okay. Okay. I can't place this energy, Aries. Let me just think about this for a second. I got my coffee. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. I don't. Okay. The good news is there is forward. I mean, really isn't any bad news. Let me be very clear about that. I don't think there's any bad news, as it seems as though you're moving on from hardship this month. Let's get into it. Current self, 3 of Swords, heart. Let me fix my mirror here. Hold on. There we go. Okay. 3 of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, anguish. That's how we're starting the month of June. Excuse me. However, we've got theme of the month as the Chariot. The Chariot does represent 3 things for me: forward momentum, future thinking, transportation, like your vehicle, or moving physical locations. So there is forward change and momentum happening this month. The Chariot does relate to the zodiac sign of Cancer, in case you are connected to a Cancer this month. It seems though, honestly, you're moving on from hurt. You're moving on from a painful situation. Key goal to pursue this month is Ace of Wands. This does represent a new spark of inspiration, or potentially a fling as well, something that has ignited or stirred a passion within you. That's something to pursue, something new usually. Obstacle to overcome is 7 of Pentacles. This is likely your patience. There's something that's got you impatient. The advice given the rest of your reading, I would advise you to see something through. Don't be so impatient. See it through. Don't give up so quickly, because it does appear that something is working out for you despite your impatience. Major accomplishment is 5 of Pentacles. This is hardship. This is feeling like, I wanted to say financial ruin. This is feeling isolated, abandoned, and alone. Now, given that this is in the position of major accomplishment, and I don't use reversals in this deck, the major accomplishment to me is that you are either 1, making it on your own 2 feet, even if you are scraping by. That might be important to you. I don't know what your situation is. Or 2, that you are moving on from hard times. And I would be more likely to believe that you're moving on from hard times. But like I said, this could be more important that you're standing on your own 2 feet, even if you're barely getting by. That I usually don't get that message for the 5 of Pentacles, but that's what's coming through. What to avoid: 4 of Wands, domestic harmony, family, gatherings, celebrations. I feel like you might need to skip a cookout or two, Aries. You might need to skip a cookout or two. I don't know that it's healthy right now for you to be around family and friends. We'll come back to that as to why. Major accomplishment, however, is the Six of Wands, victory, success, achievement. There is going to be something to celebrate. I just don't feel that you are celebrating it with family. There might be a personal win of yours that maybe you don't think your friends and family can understand, or maybe that you think that they would support you on. Like, I don't know why this is so interesting. Like, imagine that you like picked up a hobby for like pole dancing and you got really good at it. I don't know why this is coming through. And like you got some certification or something to like instruct pole dancing. I don't know. Like, obviously that might not be something that you scream from the rooftops for your family, especially if you're in a conservative community or a very family oriented community. But for you, it's still a big achievement, right? Where to find support? Page of Wands. This could be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or the energy of the card, which represents exploring your options, seeing what's out there. Advice and encouragement is Five of Wands, throwing your hat in the ring, putting yourself out there, embracing competition. It seems like something you're pursuing is actually I don't want to say taking off. It could be taking off with the Chariot here. There's some sort of win here this month. Why is the Chariot the theme of the month for Aries for June? Okay, now a couple cards fell out. The Judgment here, Two of Cups, Ten of Wands. A lot of cards. The Star, Ten of Wands, the Judgment, Two of Cups. There's a partnership perhaps that you may be moving on from, that you're finally like making a determination or decision about. Ten of Wands, hard work, dedication, heavy lifting. The Star, hope, faith, rejuvenation, also the sign of Aquarius. To me, I'm going to be so honest, Aries. Whenever I see the Chariot in a relationship reading, I used to hope, I used to pray. Well, maybe it just means that I'm advancing with them. Maybe the relationship is moving forward. Usually it's not. Usually it's about you moving forward on your own. I could be wrong, but in my experience, it's about you moving on, you looking towards the future, not looking back. Two of Cups could be a romantic relationship, friendship, platonic, family. We've got House. I do think this is in connection to you moving, like I was saying. All right. All right, let's look at the Ace of Wands. Clarify a key to pursue for Aries. Four of Cups. Four of Cups appears when you're not feeling it. You're comparing your life to other people. You're like, why don't I have what they have? And why can't I just, have what I desire? Looking at the glass half full. There's an idea, there's a spark within you, but you may be a little bit too focused on other people's success. Why is this here, Ace of Wands for Aries? Five of Cups, grief, sadness, loss. There might be something that inspires you after a period of grief or loss. Ace of Cups here. Could be a new emotional connection. You may decide to do, there may be a spark or a project in spite of grief. Pottery is a theme that keeps coming up in my readings this month. So let's say you're grieving something or someone or even a relationship and you find solace in doing pottery or clay making. I don't know. And Ace of Wands could manifest that way. It's usually a spark, a new passion, something that excites you or that you're passionate about. But in this case, it feels like something that might be helping to heal you, given that the start of the month is Three of Swords, remember. Why is Aries impatient this month, please? King of Wands. It's just you against you. You just want to be moving faster. Okay, fine. Major accomplishment. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles. King of Cups here. Emotional security and stability. Also water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Please clarify the major accomplishment for Aries, the month of June. Emperor, you got your power card. Feeling back in control, feeling back in your element, having direction, having pace, having a say-so, being an authoritative voice in your own life again. Okay? It feels like maybe you felt really weak previously. Like maybe your voice wasn't as strong, or maybe emotionally weak, or dare I say sensitive. But now you're working towards coming out of that energy in the month of May. Let's clarify the Four of Wands here. Obstacle to overcome, or excuse me, what to avoid. Please clarify that for Aries, what to avoid. Eight of Cups, yeah. Maybe this is about avoiding walking, I don't know. Because in one sense, I started to say maybe this is avoid walking away, like stepping out on your marriage, or walking away from the family. I don't know, because it does feel like there is movement. There is a move, there is a change. Let's see what comes up in your relationship reading, because this could be maybe avoid going back to something or someone. Eight of Cups is about isolation, needing to be alone, walking away. I don't know. We're going to have to see what comes up in your love reading, because it may even be a situation where you do leave a job or a relationship or something, but then you come back with the Six of Wands. We have to see. We have to see what comes up in your separate readings. For now, let's just see what the Six of Wands is talking about. Ace of Pentacles. A new offer is coming in, a new opportunity, potential, some sort of opportunity to make new or extra money, a new income stream or revenue stream, something you've been working towards. Again, this does feel like something that you're passionate about and something you have been working towards with the Five of Wands. It does feel that you will have a win. You're going to experience a win of something you've been working towards. I don't think you've been working towards this for a long time, but your efforts are paying off. Because if it was something you'd be working at for a while, I'd have the World, or Ten of Cups maybe. I don't have that here. Not to say your efforts were unnecessary, but it's just, I don't think whatever victory's coming through, I don't think you've been working at this like for a very long time. I don't know. I could be wrong. Everybody's situation is going to be different, but when I say very long time, I'm thinking like anything beyond 2025. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think, to me, this would be something you've been working at since 2024. This would be something you've been working at for the past 5 months or so, if not shorter. Really, for me, it's more like 2 months in my mind and my energetic intuition, but all right, so we got a lot going on here. So we're healing from something, Aries. We're impatient. We've got a new passion. We've got something that is exciting, but we're also needing to move forward and propel our life, but maybe feeling some frustration and the delays around that, and also having some trouble with relationships and how to manage them and navigate them through your success. Does that make sense? So let's kind of go a little deeper and let's see what's what. Take this opportunity to drop some comments below, Aries. Don't try to prove this reading right. Let the reading wash over you. Let this month unfold the way it needs to unfold. And if things start to come together and make sense, come back to this reading as often as you need, okay? It's not going anywhere. It's going to be here for you. I do this all the time, usually around the full moon is when things start to kind of make more sense for me around my personal forecast. And I'll either go back to my personal readings, but I also watch my readings that I give you guys. Like, I'll literally be in my bedroom and I'll turn to my own goddamn YouTube channel and I'll be like, what did I say for Cancer for love? What did I say for Leo for career? What did I say for Aquarius for the forecast? You know, I'll go back to my big 3 placements and I'll rewatch. I'm like, what did I say? What did I forecast? And like, I'll try to connect the dots. Like I literally do that. I'm not just giving you guys content that I don't also consume. Does that make sense? That's also partially why I don't do daily readings as much anymore, because here's what was happening. If any of you guys, I don't know how long you guys have been following me, but I still do love doing daily messages. Like I love doing messages of the day. The way I like to do them, however, I don't think gets a lot of traction, but that's not really the point. Well, you want to create content that people aren't going to see, but my point is, the main reason why I don't do them anymore is because like when I create for like messages of the day, I often will do a bunch of recordings at times. So either I'll do all 30, 31 in one stint because they're just short, you know, videos, or I'll do like 2 weeks worth or, you know, the week's worth or whatever. And I'll interpret the cards, but these messages apply to me too. So it got kind of uncomfortable because I would get anxious about certain readings. Like I would post the reading or schedule them out. And if one was like potentially negative or potentially positive or whatever, I start to anticipate that energy. And I've started to notice, it was like, I think this is unhealthy for me to be kind of knowing how things or anticipating how things are going to come together before they happen. Because like I said, the readings apply to me too. Not to say that every reading applied to me, but most often they do. So I was like, I don't know if I should. Anyway, back to you, Aries. Reconciliation is here. So I don't know what your situation is, Aries. And that's why I said, hold on, because I need to see what's coming out. Back of the deck energy is soulmate. I need to see what's coming out to make an accurate assumption. I do feel like, Aries, there is a relationship that's on the rocks. I'm hearing Sam Smith, won't you stay with me? Ooh, I gotta sneeze at the same time. Cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see. But darling, stay with me. I mean, that song is more or less kind of like codependent. I'm trying to decide how I want to interpret these first two cards. We have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Page of Cups represents water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, whereas the Ace of Wands is, again, spark, flame, fling, new passion. So write this down, Ace of Wands, second time this is appearing for you. Page of Wands is also happy surprise. So maybe this month there is unexpectedly a connection that is kind of like surprising you and exciting you at the same time. If you're dating, if you're in a committed relationship, your partner could surprise you with putting the spark back in the relationship. Maybe finding your youthfulness within the relationship again, regardless of how old you are. I have a sneeze like right here. I don't know why I sneeze a lot at the end of the night. I don't know what that's about. Okay, unexpected. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups reversed, both of them. 8 of Cups is like giving something one more try. 7 of Cups is finally making a decision. Here are the cards upright. You see how she's packed up, she's ready to go. 7 of Cups, she's looking at her options. That's why I said, like, I think there's something centered around a move this month. It almost feels like, Aries, like somebody's calling your bluff. And like the moving boxes make it real. And then like once you have boxes, they're like, oh wait, actually, or it could be you. Like maybe you're calling somebody's bluff, and once they have the boxes, you're just like, oh wait, please don't go. You know what I mean? I do feel like it's the opposite though. I feel like somebody's calling your bluff, and and they don't know who they dealing with, and you get those motherfucking moving boxes. You're just like, don't fucking play with me. I will leave. I will leave. And once you got the moving boxes and they see all your shit's packed, they're like, oh wait, I actually didn't want you to leave. It feels like somebody was playing games. Now, this is going to relate to different Aries differently, because what I'm not sure is happening is I'm not sure if some of you have a new relationship budding while at the same time ending a relationship or a marriage or long-term connection. It's like something is starting at the same time something is ending, which is, I don't want to call it unhealthy, because some people could end a relationship, but they've been checked out of the relationship for months. So I won't go ahead and say that it's unhealthy to do that, because some people, depending on the relationship, they may not feel like they need any recovery time. You know what I mean? Especially if they've been checked out of a relationship for a long time. What do they need to recover for? They've been done for a while. As far as they were concerned, they had a roommate, you know? I did that before, right before in 2020. I think what I might do, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it in a book. I think I should do a book. I think I should do a book. I don't know that I need what I want to write in digital format. Anyway, I think my sister keeps telling me that I should write a book about all the different guys that I've dated. But first and foremost, I need to find my husband first, because what I don't want to do is create that book and then I just like look like a floozy. So one guy I was dating for like 6 months. He stopped me on the subway. Red flag number one. But hey, I was like 24. We ended up dating, and we were always in an argument. We were just constantly like mad at each other. We were just like oil and vinegar, but we had a good connection, I guess. I don't know. It was complicated. But like right before the holiday started, I knew, I was like, because we started dating in the summer, I was like, I want to break up with this guy. He's toxic. We're not healthy for each other. I don't like this. And I remember asking my sister, I was like, oh, should I wait till after the holidays? And I remember thinking, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna. But then I still invited him to like my family for Christmas and stuff, which I should have never fucking did. And like we broke up immediately. Not immediately, but basically soon after New Year's. I don't even know if I don't even know if we spent New Year's together. I don't even remember. Oh, we did. We did, because one of my cousins had a party. I remember. Soon after New Year's, I broke up with his ass. And why am I telling you this story? Because by the time I broke up with him, I was like on the apps immediately. Like I was, and this was when the apps were still kind of new back in like 20, I mean, the apps had been out for a while, but this was back in like 2018, like beginning of 2018. So I was like, fuck this, I'm putting myself in the apps. Now I had been on some other apps before, like 2015 or whatever, but this was 2018. So I was like, fuck this. I don't want to be in this relationship, and fuck that guy, and I want to get myself out there. So mentally, I was already done. I was like, what do I need to grieve this relationship for? I was already over his ass in October. Oh, God. You get my point. Let's look at the theme of the month. So we have the Knight of Cups reversed. So there's a love interest that's just not interested as much anymore. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's your person. Five of Pentacles, feeling alone, feeling abandoned. The Strength card here, which could be Leo energy, but also wanting to Be strong within this relationship. Three of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, anguish. Second time Three of Swords is here. Second time Five of Pentacles is here. We also have the Five of Swords reversed. Again, coming out of conflict, laying down your swords. The Magician here, manifesting. I don't know what your situation is, Aries. I can't tell if you want this relationship to work, to be honest. And I'm not sure if that's why the Six of Wands is in the position of what to embrace. I'm not sure if you're the one who's like heartbroken and then like your partner decides to stay with you. I don't know what the situation is, but that kind of does feel like the message to me of like, maybe you cheated, they found out, they wanted to kick you out, but then they realized they want you to stay. It just feels all very dramatic. It feels very dramatic, if I'm being honest. So I've been watching the Diddy trial, like the one on Hulu, and they're kind of like describing everything. And so one of the situations was that Diddy was communicating with Cassie's wife, or no, excuse me, mom, basically saying he needs $20,000 for like everything he invested in her, I guess. And so Cassie's parents took out a second mortgage on their house to get him the $20,000. And like I don't know how, what did they call it? They took equity out the house or something like that. And they sent it to him, to the bank that he asked for, but then he sent it back like 4 to 5 days later. This is on the record. And so the whole point of that was just to prove how much he was in control. I think not to the court, but like to him. Of course, like he doesn't need $20,000, but that's what they felt like they had to do to prove their loyalty and in their eyes to protect the safety of their daughter. It's insane. Why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing that up because it feels like you're dating somebody or with somebody or in a relationship with somebody who wants to see to what length you're going to go. And please let me know what your situation is in the comments below. I don't know. I know one of my clients who are in Aries who is in a marriage. I don't know how many of my other subscribers are Aries that this applies to. I don't know if you're in a just a toxic, because if you're just in a toxic relationship, baby, exit. I don't even know why the fuck you playing around. If you're in a marriage, it's a little bit more complicated. If you're dating, it seems like you might have some healing to do so that you're not going round and round in circles. Let me know your situation, because this is a little bit interesting to interpret. Outside, maybe it's not the relationship itself. Let me think about how this could connect to other ways. Maybe in your love life, maybe one of your kids are starting a new project or venture. I don't know why that would be coming up in your relationship reading. Maybe somebody's pregnant. Sometimes the Page of Wands can represent an unexpected pregnancy. With the Ace of Wands, maybe it's like a one-night stand oops kind of thing. Also, because the children card is coming up here, your love life is being affected by children. The first card that came out was reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And then also deception. I just feel like, I don't know that you and your person are just being honest with each other. Someone's wearing a false mask in this relationship. I definitely feel like somebody's playing games. I don't think it's you, but I wouldn't put it past you, Aries. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't put it past you. And I don't even think it's that like you're intending to play games. I think just for you, you're just like not with the bullshit. So my honest assessment of this here, Aries, is that you may be anticipating that one relationship is over and you're starting to move on. But as you move on, it's almost like your ex wants you back. And somebody's playing games with you, so you don't really know what's true and what's not. That's really what I'm getting here. If you're single, this could be about you moving on from somebody toxic. Honestly, if you're single, Aries, I just don't even think I would consider it. Like if you're single, you're not dating anybody, if there's no prospects, I don't even think I would honestly heavily consider this reading, to be very honest. Go see what I've said for your Venus or your moon or rising sign, because this definitely feels like it's in relation to people who have history. All right, let me read the reconciliation card. This card indicates that an ex-lover may be re-entering your life. The first person you think of is likely who it will be. The purpose of this reconciliation is to achieve healing and closure with respect to your past. You will understand more about yourself and see your relationship patterns more clearly. You'll also take responsibility for the role you played in the relationship's drama, which will free you from the tyranny of unforgiveness. Reconciliations are ultimately about taking care of unfinished business. This card could also possibly mean making peace with a family member or a friend. Each relationship is a sacred learning experience. So open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. Ultimately, all healings help your love life and every other part of your world. I don't think I've read that message in a very long time, so I didn't consider the piece about like reconciliation with family. Maybe that is happening. Remember, what to avoid was 4 of Wands. Maybe there's some family drama involved that's affecting this relationship. There's a lot of drama. If there's one thing, Aries, there's a lot of drama up in here. But I do feel like you're wanting it to work in spite of the drama. You're wanting to be strong. You're wanting it all to come together despite the hurt and abandonment that you may have felt. I do feel like there might be infidelity here with the Knight of Cups reversed and the Deception card, but I'm not going to overinterpret, all right? I'm not going to overinterpret. You let this wash over you. Don't try to prove this as right. And if, like I said, if things kind of come together that make sense, come back to this reading as often as you need, okay? All right. Let's see what's happening in your career and finances. I really need to wash my hair. Like my head is like gross. Ugh. Oh. Look, your power card is at the back of the deck. The Emperor is here. Remember, I already shuffled your cards for each deck. Strength here again. Second time strength is coming up, almost nearly in the same position. Third time actually, that the Seven of Cups is here. Second time, Five of Wands is here. When we have repeating cards, I want you to write them down so that you can meditate on them. Second time, Seven of Pentacles is here, okay? So emphasis on patience, emphasis on competition, proving yourself, emphasis on options, emphasis on perseverance and resiliency and gathering strength and fortitude. All right, let me look and see what's, what do you have for Aries, please, for the month of June 2025? Telling you that, yeah, there's a message here of moving, traveling. What do you have for Aries, please? Leadership wanted to come out. What do you have for Aries, please, month of June? Why are they all falling in my lap? Growing up. Let's get another one. Aries, June 2025. What do you have? What's the guidance for the Aries? What is the guidance for the Aries, please? Celebrate and halt. I do, again, confirmation of a victory, but also confirmation of a fail. I don't know. Okay. What to expect? The High Priestess and Five of Wands. Again, competition. Remember, this is in the position of advice and encouragement. Trust your intuition in relation to how you want to put yourself out there. I want you to make strategic, intuitive moves this month in relation to your career and finances. Even if it doesn't really make rational sense, just trust your gut this month. You may already be doing that. But like if you get the sense of, you know what, let me just search this title on Indeed if you're job searching, for example, and you might find the perfect job under a different title that you've been looking for. Just trust those nudges, you know, those little whispers, those little gut checks. You're being led, you're being guided in your career and finances at this time. Unexpected, Seven of Pentacles here again, and the King of Cups reversed. King of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and also somebody who is emotionally unavailable, or maybe, and I don't even want to say with the King of Pentacles that they're like just forever unavailable. It just might be that they're unavailable right now, or maybe very emotional about some of the decisions that they want to make. With the Seven of Pentacles here again, representing patience, waiting for something to grow. There is this energy here unexpectedly where you're just kind of like, oh, I'm tired of waiting for this. I don't know if I still, like, you may even be dealing with somebody who is impatient with you regarding something, and you're trying to explain to them, look, this is going to take time. Maybe you owe somebody and they're growing restless, or vice versa. Theme of the month, Two of Wands reversed. Trying to figure out your goals, trying to figure out your life plan. The Sun, clarity, happy, joy, happiness, joy, fulfillment. The Sun also represents children. What is this? The Strength card here again, Leo energy, but also resilience. Six of Pentacles, receiving and or giving money. Seven of Cups, options. Queen of Cups, water sign energy again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But also I love the imagery of this card where she's just releasing to the divine. And the next card to that is the Knight of Cups. There is a releasing of something or someone. You're washing your hands of someone. I feel like you're taking your cut, you're taking your portion, and you're walking away. Sorry, I feel like a bug bite on my ankle from like last week, and I'm just bothering it. There may be a Leo that needs to pay you. And it feels like a lot is riding on this payment. And we do also have a halt here. And that's why major accomplishment is Five of Pentacles, remember, at the end of the month, because I do feel like there is like this kind of not even penny pinching. There just isn't enough coming in this month. But by the end of the month, somebody's like helping you or paying you in some way. Money has come to a complete halt, or money is slow in coming in. Don't borrow more than you can repay. Debt might be piling up. It feels like you're kind of at a stalemate until you're able to receive this money. You're trying to figure out how to make apples out of oranges. You're trying to turn water into wine here, but you just don't have enough. And you're not going to have enough until somebody finally just says, fine, here, and helps you out. But once you have that income, you'll have some more options to figure out your next moves. Because there is just this confusion of like, where do I go? Where do I focus my energy? Okay, here. Let's talk about some of these oracle messages. We've got Transporter. That was the first one that came out. This for me is just confirmation that, again, I think you're moving, or I think there's some conversation around moving or traveling. This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. A career in transportation, such as travel, driving, or shipping, could appeal to you. You could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action on some financial matter. Growing up is here. It's time to step up into your own power and stop engaging in childish qualities. Don't rely on others to help you and care for you. This mess is yours to clean up. Avoid depending on someone else's income. You have all the skills to make your own. Lastly, wait, before I address that, that could be it too. Maybe somebody comes in to help you and maybe you refuse with the hands up. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's possible. I'm just throwing it out there. That's why I'm mentioning it. We have celebrate. You've accomplished so much and you will accomplish much more. Take some time off to celebrate your success. You deserve it. There may be an unforeseen increase in your income. The thing is, at least people are willing to help you, whether you take it or not. What I do see, Aries, is that even though you seem to be in a tough spot, you are going to figure it out. You are going to have the help you need to receive. You are going to receive clarity after a period of confusion. And you are going to be able to wash your hands of someone. To me, Aries, I'm feeling like you're having to deal with somebody out of struggle. With the Queen of Cups and Knight of Cups. I don't know. You ever had to like stay at somebody's house? Like you were in between places to live and you had to stay at somebody's house because you didn't have literally any other place to go. It almost feels like finally like you're able to kind of like walk away, get your own place, move on, whatever. I feel like there's some level of independence being achieved by the end of June for you. Okay, let's look at your oracle message. I'm trying to wait, let me look. Could any of this be related for things outside of you? Maybe one of your kids need money for college or school and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get it. You will figure it out. There is some financial need that needs to be met and you don't know how you're going to pay it, but you are going to figure it out. It's going to take a while for that money to come in, but you're going to figure it out. All right. This deceit, second time deceit is coming out. Wow. 25. Because I addressed it, right, in your love reading? I hope I did. This card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know or deal with either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others. Or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what is going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable, so watch your money. And so watch your money and your good name and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. I'll show you this card again. I feel like you're dealing with somebody shady, to be honest. And maybe that's why we're celebrating, because you're finally overcoming that by the end of the month. The affirmation is, I am honest with myself and others, and I attract great honesty, integrity, and support from the universe. Very interesting. Okay. I hope all that was helpful. I'm just gonna continue to like say what I said in different ways. I love you, Aries. I really hope this message was helpful for you. Drop a comment if it was below. As I said, don't try to prove this reading right. Let it wash over you. And as things start to unfold this month, come back to this reading as often as you need, okay? Watch your sun, moon, and rising signs as well for additional clarity. And check out my description box below for anything that you need for further connections with moi. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, Aries.